Can't believe I'm making this video, but I feel like I owe you guys an explanation. So you'll see there's a lot of pieces here, a lot of stuff going on in the garage. I can't really pan to the left, otherwise I'll ruin the surprise. So let me just talk to you guys for a few minutes and then kind of explain to you what's going on. Where do I even start? I'm just gonna try to make this as, you know, raw and just genuine as possible. But yeah, I got a new older car, I should say. Some of you guys already know, but for those who know, just kind of keep it under wraps, like, you know, from the comments and stuff like that until I officially introduce it to the channel. I've had the car for a few days now, and just last night I started slowly parting out the WRX. You know, everyone always says it's just a car, and that's true. It is just a car, but you know, this car meant a lot to me, or it means a lot to me. So getting rid of it it's just, man, it's a bummer, but I have my reasons. And the new car that I got, I have really always wanted this car ever since I was a kid. It's always been a realistic dream car, you know, aside from like a GT3 RS or something like that. But this one is a realistic dream car, and I finally got the opportunity to get one, and it's a good condition car, you know, for something that's not entirely new in the market. So I had to jump on that deal, but in order to do that, I had to get rid of my WRX, and I'm not going to get rid of the Outback since we just got it. And you know, I wish I can keep both, but it wouldn't be financially smart if I did that. So, but yeah, I've been delaying making this video for the past few days. That's why I've just been kind of taking all the parts off and just, you know, going back to stock. So I got a great offer from CarMax, believe it or not, and that's where the car is gonna be going to after I get everything off. But just taking parts off, let's say your very first install, whatever that is, and imagine taking that off 5 years later. So I've had this car for 5 years, right? And I've just been kind of slowly throwing parts at it, but having to unwind that kind of just gives you all these weird memories, you know, from years ago. So it's just kind of surreal right now, but I have to do it. Like I said, I wish I can keep both. My intention was to always keep this car forever. You know, it's 5 years old and it only has 37,000 miles on it. So it has a lot of life left. I'm sure the new owner would be glad to have it. You know, I'm not gonna lie though, I did start losing interest in modifying this car, mainly because it's right where I want it to be. Like, everything I could possibly do, I already have done. If you guys follow Scooby Freak 86, Chris, his STI, he described it the same way. It's basically just, it's so perfect to him to the point where he doesn't even want to touch it anymore. And that's kind of where I feel or felt with this car. I throw little parts here and there on the car, but like, there's no drastic change that can truly make me excited again over the car. So it's just kind of like been the same these last couple of years, and I feel like I need to move on to a different platform. The new car I got, I'm not necessarily saying I'm gonna modify the hell out of it. Probably not. I want to just kind of focus on the Outback, if anything, the Outback Wilderness, which is parked out front. So I'm not getting rid of that one, like I said. Yeah, this one, I just feel like it's, I don't want to part ways with it, but like I said, I have to. Financially, I have to, and it makes the most sense to do that. I'm sure it's not a surprise that I'm attached to this car because it taught me a lot of things. In the past, I've had several cars, but I've never really got into the engine stuff or any of that, mainly just suspension and all the other basic modifications I've done to my other cars. This one, I believe, is probably the most in-depth that I've ever worked on a car. Going back 4 or 5 years ago, from doing the TGV, the EGR deletes, the charge pipe, the intake, turbo inlet, spark plugs, all the fluids and all that stuff, I learned how to do on this car. That's kind of why I'm having a hard time just letting it go. And like I said, if I could keep it, I would, but it just doesn't make sense to. The other reason I'm having such a hard time letting the car go is for the obvious one. You know, it launched my YouTube channel. I virtually met a few of you people through my videos, and I really appreciate all the relationships we've established and all the knowledge we've shared with one another. And I guess it's just kind of cool, the community I was able to kind of form using this car. It's just, it's a weird feeling I can't describe, and I feel like by selling it, it feels as if I'm letting that go, and you know, that's not even the case. I'm just moving on to a different platform. All my other older videos will still be there about this car, but like I said, if you guys haven't noticed, all the modifications have kind of slowed down a little bit just because I ran out of things to do aside from a full-blown engine swap, which I was not looking forward to. So shout out Media. With this car, you know, like I said, I was able to launch the YouTube channel. I was able to establish relationships with companies like Perrin. Shout out to you, Jeff Perrin. And I was able to meet some cool people because of this car. My WRX channel, aka Cars with JR. Shout out to you, Media, Mojo Ninja Garage, like all you guys, Cody, Street Inspired. It's just WRX Snowboarder, all you guys that I follow consistently. I learned a lot of things from you guys, and I took that knowledge and applied it to this car. So just, I think that's the hardest part, is I feel like I'm cutting that relationship, but I know it's just me looking at it that way, if that makes sense. If you Subaru guys, if I were in your shoes, I would truly understand if you would not find the videos interesting anymore just because it's a different car. I get it, trust me, but you know, I'm still Subaru at heart. I still have the Outback, like I said, and I'm always here. If you guys just shoot me a message, I respond with whatever I can if I know what I'm talking about, you know, if that makes sense. Like, you guys can still access me for what I know, what I've done to the car. I'd be happy to just keep that relationship going. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video because I feel like I owe you guys an explanation of what's going to be going on with the channel. So yeah, that's that. Like I said, the garage is a mess. I'm here taking apart the car. I'm going to take off as much as I can, convert it back to stock, make sure it passes emissions and all that stuff, which it should, I have no doubt. Yeah, I didn't know I'd get so emotional about doing all of this, you know. It's just a piece of machinery, but to me it means a lot for the reasons I've outlined. But yeah, if you guys do decide to stick around, great. I'd be more than happy to continue this journey, whatever that journey is, and you know, just keep building on what I have. Yeah, I didn't really expect this whole YouTube thing to be so much fun, but like, it's seeing all the comments and everything like that whenever I put out a video, it just gives me that weird feeling that I feel so accomplished that people watch what I actually create from nothing. So I think that's the most, that's the coolest thing about making these videos, is just seeing the engagement, seeing all the comments, and sometimes all the hate. I see you guys too. I think that's about it. Like I said, I'm just gonna convert the car back to stock. I was in the middle of doing it, but felt like it was time to make this video. I was dreading it for as long as I could, but I knew I had to do it. So just, this is where we're at. I will probably introduce the new car when I'm ready. Like I said, don't expect too much content out of it. It's just, I bought it because it's a dream car of mine, and it just goes to show you what I was willing to do to get the car. I was willing to let this one go just to get that new car. So I hope you guys understand, and you know, I don't want anyone to feel like I'm ditching you guys or I'm ditching the WRX platform. And by the way, I did look at a new WRX too, the 22s, but I just, compared to what I got, it didn't give me that same feeling. So when I got this car, I felt like I was the happiest I've ever been. You know, I sat in it. I bought the car without even test driving it. I saw it online. I texted the salesman and I said, this one's mine. And then I'm picking it up that same day. So in turn, he put a sold sign on there, and that's where it all started. But yeah, this is probably, man, I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is probably the last time you guys will see the WRX on the channel. kills me to say that. Anyway, yeah, I didn't mean to get all freaking dramatic and stuff like that. I've just been bummed out these last couple of days knowing I'd have to come to this point. So let me turn the camera around and then yeah, just get I guess a final shot of the car. So yeah, this is where we're at. Like I said, I just have all the pieces here and I need to take everything off just so I can get some money out of that. Yeah, this is the last time this car is going to be on the channel. For everyone watching, thank you for the couple years of support on this platform. Without you guys, I wouldn't have had the motivation to do what I've done to the car. When I blew the turbo, the most serious thing that I had to deal with on this car, I just thought the world was over. But now I'm confident I can do that, and I learned because of this car right here. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. Stay tuned, more to come. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hey, there she goes. Carvana's supposed to come in a few minutes here, but just got the car cleaned. I didn't know it was gonna be so hard to let it go, man, I swear.